Can you imagine a salmon weighing upwards of 100 pounds? The summer-run Chinook salmon, dubbed the June Hog, once migrated up the Columbia River to the upper reaches of British Columbia. These massive salmon were prized by lower river gill netters, native people, and sport fishermen alike. Unfortunately though, in 1941, the Grand Coulee Dam was completed, wiping out fish populations of salmon, blocking access to over 1,100 miles of spawning habitat. To mitigate the impacts of the dam, fish hatcheries were built, pumping millions of salmon smolt back into the river, which leads us to today, where sport fishermen still chase the prized June Hog. Nowadays, the average Columbia River king is between 10 to 20 pounds, which is nothing compared to the generations of the past. But anglers like myself still fish and hope for a monster Chinook on the end of their lines. Even though it sometimes seems unlikely, we dream to catch one last remaining descendant of the June Hog. On this 7-day series, me and a bunch of my best friends spend 15 plus hours a day with lines in the water, hunting what we hope will be the biggest salmon of our lives. Welcome to June Hogs. Here we are, day one of what we're now calling Camp Lefever. I can't be more excited to be out here. This is one of my favorite fisheries. I've been doing it for probably close to 15 years now. I think I've been running this plunking fishery, and I'm just so excited. You know, this time we're doing this whole big old camp. We're gonna celebrate Colts' birthday, and lots of high hopes, lots of good anticipation for what's gonna happen this week, that's for sure.
So Marlon came up to me and said we're gonna be doing something a little bit different for work next week. He told me that I will be spending my birthday week out on the river with him, plunking for a 7-day video.
Plunking is one of those things, if you've never done it before, basically, you know, what we do is we have, you know, 3 lures on a line, and then we're using like kite string or twine or something that's biodegradable that we can use in the water. And we're using a rock to run the lines out. And you're gonna see a lot of this throughout the whole week, but basically you drop the rock, and that way when the fish bites, the rock breaks and you got nothing. You got no lead, you got nothing, you're just fighting the fish. So, you know, you can imagine if you have 15 rods in the bank and each rod has 3 setups on it, do the math. You could have damn near a gill net out there. So it's a really, really cool way to fish. If you've never plunked, definitely put it on your agenda because it's really fun and it's really effective.
Okay, so going into the week, my expectations were not really a whole lot. I hadn't really done a whole lot of plunking before, and when I did do a lot of plunking, it was when I was really young.
I haven't done a lot of this fishing, and I was really excited to learn this and learn from the best.
You know, so these summer Chinook are such a special fish. They are going to extreme reaches of the Columbia, really, really far in the system. The summer Chinook's an amazing fish, guys, insane fat content. They fight harder than probably any summer Chinook or any Chinook you're gonna catch in the Columbia, in my opinion. They are just beasts and they brawl. So we get there, we get day one set up. All right, everyone. Got beach starting to get set up. And now we're gonna just start fishing. We ran a few rods, just so we could have a few rods out there, why not? Got a steelhead rod, a couple salmon Chinook rods. Got one wall tent, another wall tent. Got the canopy set up. Welcome to Camp Lefever. So after we got camp set up and we were finally like ready to start fishing, again, like I said, I had high hopes. I thought this was gonna be a pretty good summer Chinook season. We had really low water conditions, which usually equates to really good wobbler fishing. Hopefully we can get a fish on the bank. We already had one bell ringer right there on Bob's rod. Didn't stick, but good. We got a lot of tide left. And we start the morning off, it's pretty tough. Like, we don't get very many bites, but then the afternoon definitely goes off with a bang. So we end up landing some pretty nice fish, and the overall, the day ends up being pretty badass. All right, guys, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dropping a 7th rod right now. We got another buddy showing up here at noon, so we'll have 8 rods out. So here we are, day 2. And this is gonna be our first real full day of fishing. So I'm excited. I think we got a little bit of things figured out yesterday, and we'll just have to see how the rest of the day goes. The rock's not breaking. So as we start the day, the rods are going off. I mean, we are getting takedowns, but I do not know what the heck is going on this week, but we are just losing a lot of fish. I mean, I'm talking like hammer, smash down takedowns, start to fight them, lose the fish. I'm sitting here going, what is going on? Yeah. Until finally, something happens with Josh. I think we had a lot of the rods kind of in close at like 250, you know, out 180 on the line counter, in pretty close. And Josh runs one out to like 320, like way out there on the line counter. And he's not in the water 5 minutes, and he gets one and lands it. And it's our first bonk of the day on day 2. We're all excited. Before we could even like get too excited, Pat's rod goes off.
Yeah, you are, come over.
So Pat's rod, he gets it, he grabs it, he's like reeling it in, and then all of a sudden he's like, it's gone. And we're like, what? But he just keeps reeling. And one thing I want to tell all you addicts out there is like, you're gonna hear a lot of guides tell you, you're gonna hear a lot of people tell you, never stop reeling.
All right, easier said than done. Hold on. That rod was so bent up. All right, we're getting there. Nope. Come on, big boy. Beached himself.
And it paid off for Pat this day, because what had happened is the fish actually was just running right at us. As he kept reeling, he finally caught up to the fish. We ended up landing it. Bonk number 2, baby, in the bag. So on this plunking day, you know, I had my good buddy John. John's not someone that you guys have met very much. He's been in a couple episodes up to this point, but someone who's just really helping me with Addicted and trying to help me take Addicted to a whole nother level. And so he had never caught a summer chinook, so I really wanted to get one for him. So a lot of the rods that were going off, I was thinking, you know what, we're gonna get John the next fish. It just turns out that the next rod that goes off, it ends up being a fish for John, and it's a truly special one.
Real. He's on. He's fighting, John. Yeah, definitely go up and over that line.
We'll make this a net competition.
That wasn't even a bell ring.
I'm gonna freaking swim out there and get it. Do what you can do, John. Okay, keep him that way now, John.
He's out of it. Hell yeah, good on, John. He's done. Oh my God. What a beautiful fish. That's good, John.
So after we got John's fish on the bank, my buddy Mikey shows up. If you guys don't know Mikey, you've seen him in tons of episodes before. And again, you're gonna see a common theme throughout the week is there's just gonna be people kind of coming and going. And again, that's why I love this plunking beach, because it's just a way for you to hang out and spend time with a lot of your friends that you may not have spent time with. Finally, my turn comes. He's running the perfect way too, just straight out. He's still 215 feet out. Beautiful fish, look at that thing, just freaking purple back. This is a problem in the Columbia River, everyone. These damn sea lions are eating a lot of our fish, unfortunately. I end up landing this beautiful wild summer chinook. And even though they're wild, you know, I don't even care. Like, I love just catching these fish and be able to put my hands on them and even just releasing them and knowing that I'm gonna be able to catch some of that thing's offspring in future years is special to me. I love these fisheries. Even when we get to keep wilds and when we don't keep wilds, it doesn't matter to me. Like, it's just out there being able to experience just a moment with these fish. So the day's kind of winding down. I think everyone's kind of getting hungry. So one of my other favorite things about being out there and being on the beach is you get to cook. I actually brought my little Traeger Ranger, which is like basically like a smoker. And I have a Dakota Lithium box. Huge shout out to Dakota Lithium, one of our sponsors. I can just plug my Traeger Ranger right into the Dakota Lithium box and we can have smoked barbecue chicken out on the beach. I don't know any other fishery that we do in the Pacific Northwest where you can actually sit there and have time to cook meals like that. And so again, it's just another one of my favorite parts about being out there. So the day kind of wrapped up with one of my favorite parts of the night, and that's the campfire. You know, everyone sits around. Obviously we have a couple little drinks and it's just a good time to talk and have, you know, share memories with your friends, talk about the day. And then I had my good buddy Lucas show up. You guys have seen Lucas in tons of episodes. One thing that you may not know about Lucas is he's an insane musician.
The week of rolling, piecing in my mind's eye. I've got this place of players going fast. I got a spot for us all, so we can ball. Every corner, every city, and there's a place where life's a little easy. Little Tennessee, laid back and cool every hour, 'cause it's so good. Leave all the stress from the world outside. Every wonder will be alright. Nothing but peace, love, street passion. Every ghetto needs a thug's mansion.
All right, baby, it's day 3. Happy birthday, little Colt.
So I remember the morning of my birthday pretty well, but as the day goes on, it definitely gets a lot fuzzier and fuzzier.
So usually by day 3, now we're really starting to get stuff figured out. We've kind of figured out what lines these Chinook are running in.
We definitely have figured out that they're running out pretty far, and so it's gonna be a good day. I have a feeling we are gonna catch a lot of fish today. Now anticipations are extremely high, and this is the day that we got to get Colt a birthday fish. So the whole goal today is just to get him one.
So originally I didn't feel too much pressure to get my birthday fish. As long as I didn't lose every single fish I hooked, I thought I'd be pretty all right.
That's all we care about. If we can get Colt a birthday fish, the rest is just gonna be gravy.
Colt! Colt!
You know, we want to get Colt a fish, but the way we kind of run this plunking beach is, it's probably different than how other people run it, but it's really kind of a free-for-all. Like, we all work as hard as we work. We all kind of work together. We set the rods out, and then we just let everyone and anyone that can get to the rod, grab it and reel in the fish. So it was a little different this day because we wanted to get Colt a fish. So we kind of set some ground rules in the beginning of the day, like, all right, guys, the rod goes off, it's Colts. Well, apparently Mikey didn't want to play that. So Mikey lands a fish, and next thing I'm like, Mikey, you are banned into that seat. Do not touch another rod.
No. Okay. We just had a takedown. I had it on for a bit. To me, it felt like a sockeye. I have no idea. But, you know, we were, you know, hooking sockeye yesterday. Oh, there's a fish going on.
Get it, go, hit it, go!
Probably hungry.
So now as the day goes on, you know, I'm like, you guys, don't touch the rods, let's get Colt a fish.
Oh, come on, he's coming straight at me or he's gone. No, he's still there. Come on, Jay! I don't know! Oh! No! Okay, that wasn't my hook.
Colt loses one.
I can't say I remember too much.
Colt loses another. Colt loses another.
No big deal, that happens.
Dude, no, did I just feel him pop?
Colt loses another. And I don't know how many fish, but Cole, I don't know what you did, dude. You kicked a puppy somewhere or you did something bad because the fish gods were not shining down on you this day.
There was only one thing it could be. I'm cursed.
And I think everyone was kind of getting a little frustrated. So then Cameron and Blair shows up and a bunch of other people show up and we're sitting there and our plan was to film live feed out there this night, but the wind was just too bad. So sorry to all the people that watch our live feeds out there, we couldn't film it, but we're sitting there and Cam's like actually standing next to a rod.
Oh!
He's off. He's gone.
Here is your fish!
He's gone.
I'm presenting you a fish! Nice. Stop. Oh, he's still there. He's still there. He's still there. It is Cole! Woo!
It's kind of crazy, like even as I'm sitting here, like I'm kind of starting to tear up. Dude, I just love you, man. Like I've been with you now for, like I said, since you were like 13, 14. I feel like in a lot of ways, like I've almost raised you. You know, I remember, I'll tell a story to you guys. First time Colt came to my house, he was gonna weed eat for me. He was just a kid. I found him on Facebook. He was excited about fishing and he wanted to come make some money at my house. And so I bring him over. I'd never met him. And I pull the weed eater out, I pull the gas out, and I set it out there. And I'm like, everything good, you know? And he's like, oh yeah, cool. And I go inside. And I come outside like 45 minutes later and he's just still standing there next to the weed eater. He hasn't texted me anything. And I'm like, and anyone that knows Marlon knows I can be like pretty harsh. And so I'm like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Why are you not out there weed eating? And I just like immediately go aggression at him. And he's like, I can't figure out how to start the weed eater. And I'm like, your dad never taught you how to start a weed eater? You know, I'm just thinking in my head. And so I brought him on at Addicted. He's been there ever since. He just turned 21. And I just love you, dude. You're one of my best friends. You know, I know sometimes I can be hard on you, but hopefully you know it's coming from a place of love. And like, dude, you're turning into an amazing man. And you know, hopefully the future, we're gonna freaking take Addicted to a level that no one's ever even thought was possible. And so yeah, dude, just keep working hard. Keep learning and fishing like you have been. I feel like sometimes, even now, you've become better at tributary steelhead fishing with me, even though I would probably never admit that to your face. Yeah, love you, dude.
I was so excited to finally get my birthday fish, and I mean, everyone just cheering me on all day, and we all just went crazy as soon as that thing got in the net, and it was an amazing experience.
That was awesome, dude.
That was
yeah.
That's a nut. Can I have a bonker of some sort so this thing doesn't
Night's kind of winding down. We send some people back to the dock so they can go home for the night. My buddy Coulter shows up. Shout out to Coulter for hanging out on the beach with us. And the funny thing is like, of course, like me, Colt, Jason, Mikey, like 4 or 5 of us have been here now for like 3 full days. I think I've landed like 2 fish or something, which is typical. You know, I'm typically trying to let other people catch them, but Coulter literally gets out of the boat. He's like unpacking his stuff. He's been here for like 2 minutes. And he's walking to where he's gonna set up his camp, and a rod goes off. There. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's still there. Oh, no. Oh, he's tangled in one of the other ones. Yeah! Oh! That's a donkey, dude. Yeah. He grabs the rod, gets it. He's been on the beach for literally 2 minutes, and he lands a beautiful summer chinook. So, Coulter, you lucky SOB. Glad I could have you on the beach for a night, man. It was fun. So now the night's over. We reverse anchor the boat. We're gonna hang around the campfire again, and we're gonna all not get any sleep because we're excited for tomorrow.
We need one more like big stump.
All right, we wake up day 4. Today's the Addicted Bash day. So we actually have a bash down at Stevens Marine today. And so we're only gonna be able to fish a half day. And we're gonna kind of leave Jason and Mikey and Kaylin and a few guys on the beach to just kind of take it over for the night. And so, you know, we start the morning off good. I think there's some pretty good bites about to happen today.
So Marlon and everybody left. Now it's time for me to run the show. what did we proceed to do? Give it the beat down.
Zip up, don't shake too much, it's real. Real?
He's out there by you.
We had one after another. It didn't seem like there was a minute going by where there wasn't a rod going off. We would get one rod set and another one would be going off.
3, 3, 3. 3, 3, 4. And you're like, where do you know that number?
We'd be tying gear and another one would go off. There you go.
What's gonna happen? Are they gonna come back?
It was a good afternoon. It was a good afternoon tide.
All right, after a couple near misses, a couple keepers, or a couple throwaways, we got us a nice one. First one this year.
So having my best friend Kalen in town was a treat. I mean, I always go up there to go visit him, to go fish up there, up in the peninsula area. So having him down on the Columbia River fishing with me is a good time. Netting the summer chinook, I actually didn't see the fish itself before I put it into the scoop. I just knew that it was in the depth of water that is the same, depth the scoop of the net is. So I stuck the net onto the bottom and just scooped and prayed that the fish was in there, and thankfully he was in there. Great experience. Loved watching him do that. It was the main goal to get him his first, Columbia River Basin summer chinook and summer steelhead, and we definitely prevailed.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Well, good morning, everyone. It was an early one. Had to wake up at 2:30 this morning. We had an addicted bash last night, and so we were at Stevens Marine and Tigard. So last night was the first night we didn't camp on the beach, so we got here super early, thinking we were gonna have some good tide and some good action, and so far that has not been the case. So a little disappointing. I don't know what's going on, but we know just based off yesterday, we're gonna have a flurry at some point today. So you're gonna see another common theme as we start day 5. Like, these morning tides were just tough. Like, we could not figure these Chinook out in the morning. We couldn't figure out where they were running, or either that or they were just being lockjawed. But we're making a little switch. We had 7 wobbler rods out, and I decided, you know what? Let's run a coon shrimp rod. We got all these wobblers out. We're not getting bit. Day 5 starts off pretty slow, if I'm being honest. So we end up getting one bite, Bob hooks one, we lose it again.
He's there.
The next rod that goes off is the steelhead rod. And we hadn't been catching very many steelhead this whole week, so it was cool that it went off.
Woo! Might be a Chinook, bro. There we go. We got first Columbia River steelhead. First summer steelhead. Dude. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Nice.
Kayla runs over there, grabs it, boom, gets it, and he falls and just smashes his back, like, pretty good, but takes it on like a trooper, still lands the fish. It's his first Columbia River summer steelhead, so that was really cool. So as the rest of the morning tide goes on, you know, Kaylin's taking a nap, fishing's just still slow. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's spice things up a little bit.
Well, he thinks he can get it right at 333.
Should we put a wager on it?
Oh, yeah, God. I agree.
No. What'd I do? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay.
You're that confident?
$100.
There we go.
Big old Benji. All right, I'll take it.
Colt and Jason have to kind of work as a team. You might have to split the money with him. Because it's kind of on him too.
That's fine.
The rod has to be at
We'll see what happens.
33 to the T.
333, baby. Okay.
I was a little bit nervous, but I knew if I had the right conditions and had the right drop man, Colt, thank you, buddy, I could get it done.
One of the things that we had found is these fish were really out there from like 320 to like 345 on the line counter. And sometimes it's hard to get the rock to drop and once you tighten everything up, to have it be sitting at that exact number. And I was pretty confident that he wasn't gonna be able to do it. I was sitting there thinking like, this is gonna be an easy $100. All right, slow tide again, so you know what are we gonna do? We're gonna make some burgers for everyone. Little Colby Jack, nice little tomato, couple little onionies. Presentation is everything, boys and girls. Super stoked again, like I said, just to be out here cooking and hanging out with the buddies and getting ready for this afternoon tide. Now it's about to go off, I can feel it.
That's a cromer.
Oh, we came off! So even though our heads were hung kind of low as he lost that fish, the cool thing that happened is another rod went off, so we end up getting a double, and I'm just running as fast as I can to get this rod.
Come on, Freddie. Come on, Freddie. So the key to this fishery, guys, we've lost a lot of fish out here, and it'll happen no matter what you do, right? But one of the things that I've noticed with a lot of these guys is you have to just reel. You cannot stop reeling unless that fish is running. And what's happened with a lot of these fish that we've lost is guys run up the beach with the rod, and then, please get away from there. Guys run up the beach with the rod, and then they drop their rod tip when they go to reel up all that slack that they've got running up the beach, and they immediately lose the fish with barbless. So you gotta be really careful about just making sure that you're constantly on the reel unless the fish is pulling like this guy is right now. Because if you pull too hard on him, it is a giant, dude. Like, it's big. If you're pulling too hard on him, you also rip the hooks right out of his face. So you gotta be really, really careful. It's on the middle wall rope, right? Oh, he's on the bottom wall rope. Oh my God, there he goes.
What do you back out to?
I don't know, the line counter's all messed up. It says 980, he ain't out at 980. If he was at 980, I'd be handing the rod off to you.
Should roll over later.
He's feeling like he is. Oh, he's clipped, he's clipped.
Oh yeah, he's nice. You should be able to get him right there.
Get him, Caleb. No! Nice, dude. That's a stud, man. That is a freaking tank. Just this monster wild. I was so freaking stoked to land this thing. It was easily 25 pounds. I wish I could have got a scale on it to see how big it really was. I would have put it in the 25, 26 pound range, but it's so hard to tell. The one thing me and Kaylin were talking about when you look at this fish, the thing just had girth through the whole frame of the fish. From the head all the way to the tail, he had a lot of girth. And you know, when you're looking at weight calculators and stuff, it's hard to really see how big that fish really is when they have that girth going through their whole entire frame. So either way, this was a monster, and send him on his way to go make some babies. All right, time to get dinner started. And tonight, we're cooking tri-tip. That's right. Have you ever had a tri-tip steak while out fishing?
There are in that, it's either yellow.
Everyone's gonna be like, it's overcooked. I understand, people. My wife likes her stuff cooked, so I don't know what to tell you. Gotta do what I gotta do. And if I'm being honest, I like my stuff cooked too. What do we say, Alex? Won't you pull yours at 140?
Yeah.
I pulled this one at 135, and then we reverse seared it. And it looks pretty juicy and tender. What do you think, dude? Let's give her a try. It's really good. It's super good.
While we're kind of getting the tri-tip going, I'm not really paying attention to the rods, and Jason was having a pretty tough go this day. You know, he wasn't really landing a lot of fish, and he hadn't killed one yet, I don't think, up to this point. And so we were hoping he could get one.
So leading up to this, I had been doing, a handful of net jobs, watching people get some opportunities. And all this time I'm thinking, dang, when I get my opportunity, I better freaking prevail. I better come on top and get this fish into the bank.
Yeah, he's there.
So when I knew I would get my chance, I was going to prevail.
Finally, after a lot of hard work and a lot of, helping everyone else and helping everyone else get their fish by netting them, Jason ends up landing a beautiful hatchery fish. Honestly, one of the best ones of the week. So stoked that he was able to get that, because a lot of times you have certain guys that are out on the beach that are kind of putting in most of the work, And this is nothing against, some of the other people that were out there, but usually you have 2, 3, 4 guys that are the ones that are doing like the bulk of this work out here. And Jason just always ends up being one of those guys that's putting in a lot of work for everyone to help everyone be successful. So pretty cool to see him land that fish. Day 5 was a fun one, guys. We had tons of bites, tons of takedowns. We're getting into day 6 and 7 tomorrow, and anticipation is high because now, again, as the week goes on, you just keep figuring out more and more. You keep learning more and more. I think of myself like being, putting myself in a guide's shoes and just imagining how it is to be a fishing guide when you're out there day after day after day after day. That's how these guys get good. That's how these guys really dial in fisheries. And so day 6 and 7, they're gonna be good ones. So now we're into the weekend, day 6, and this is the time everyone can come. So I bring my wife, Jason brings his wife, we bring my daughters and her friends. Jared from Yakima Bait shows up, he brings his girlfriend, he brings Hunter. I mean, we literally can run 15 rods if we want down the beach, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. Fishing's pretty slow. Again, these morning tides have just sucked. I don't know what, I think it's just, again, the size of the tide. I wish I could know, I wish I could get in these damn Chinook's heads and figure it out, but these mornings have just been slow.
Oh, really?
There we go! Grab out of the rock. Done. Another one bites dust.
All right, guys, we've been working really hard this last couple days. We came out earlier in the week. We had a good couple of days, and then it kind of died down. And this morning we prevailed with this hog.
So I thought this was a good opportunity, to have the girls pick up some trash. So, got my daughter here and her 2 friends, and I put them on a little competition. I said, whoever can walk the beaches and pick up the most trash is gonna win some money. I'm probably gonna pay all of them because they had to go pick up all this nasty trash, but look at, they did good. This was all crap that we picked up on the beach. If I can get the damn bag to open up, I could show you guys. Yeah, look at that, guys. Got some serious, this was all trash that was on this beach. So one of my mottos, some of you may know, some of you may not, I'm a Boy Scout, I'm an Eagle Scout. And one of the things I was taught when I was really, really young is I try to take home more trash than I even bring. Try to do that with your kids. It's a good way to get them motivated. It's a good way to pick up trash. As addicts and all the followers out there and just anyone that's watching this video, it is our responsibility as sportsmen to keep these banks clean, keep the rivers clean, keep access open. So do your best, guys, out there when you can to just set a good example, pick up trash, take your trash home with you, and hopefully that'll just keep access open around the states that we fish. And also you'll get to have these beautiful banks for us to look at and not have to look at trash. So up to this point, again, like I said, I don't really come out here to catch a lot of fish. I come out here to spend good time with my friends and family. And so I hadn't really killed anything yet, but I really wanted to kill a few so I could smoke some of these fish. And I'm just hyper focused on this day. And when this tide starts, I am standing down by all the rods. I am working really hard to make sure like I'm getting whatever fish goes off. Well, again, like the beach goes, Hunter just happens to be standing next to a rod that goes off. So he hooks this fish and chaos takes place.
Walk backwards.
This fish is probably one of the craziest fish of the week. It freaking tangles into a bunch of the other lines. The bell like wraps around the braid, so he's sitting there like, and he can't even reel. So Jason and Jared's girlfriend are trying to like hand line the fish in. We finally like, when my buddy Richard comes over and just cuts the bell off with some snippers. We finally catch up, and after all that, and you think about all the fish that we've lost this entire week, and somehow, by the grace of God, we land this one. I was really stoked to have Hunter and Jared out there, you know, and really stoked that Hunter was able to land that fish. I fished with Hunter and Jared a few times over the last couple months, and I just love those guys. As you know, Yakima Bait's one of our awesome sponsors, and to be able to have him out on the beach and hang out with Hunter, you know, it's pretty clear Hunter's gonna be a killer someday. If he isn't already considered that. The guy whacks a lot of fish, so pretty cool to see him out there and get his first beach fish. So congrats, Hunter. Glad to be able to fish with you for another day, buddy. So we make this bet a couple days ago, and I don't know what the heck happened, but we all kind of like forgot about it. Stuff just gets busy out on the beach. And so we're like, fishing started getting slow again. I'm like, all right, time to do the bet. Jason goes out there, he drops it, tightens the rod, and we'll let you see what happened.
It's gonna be nice taking Marlon's money. Don't get to do that very often. Let's see, we're getting close here, folks. About another 100 feet. Go out!
Oh, nope, a little too far,
Drop it, Colt!
I should have just told Colt to drop it, yelled, drop it. There's no rules, dude. It's gonna be a close one. He's gonna get it probably. Oh, nope, there's no way. It's gonna be less. She's at 337. Oh.
I'm willing to break this rock because I have another one tied.
No, if you break it.
Automatic disqualification.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, we'll let it settle for a second.
He's gonna get it. It's loading up perfect. I don't know though, I think I would load it more than that. That's a freaking...
Dude, I don't know. Feel that.
You're allowed to
Turn
check
on and put the clicker on. Let me see. Yeah, no, that's pretty freaking good. Here we go again, the Mikey show.
Switch.
Hey, what'd I tell you, Alex? This guy, dude. Every time he shows up, he just shows up, sits down, gets his fish. There's something to be said about luck. A lot of work goes into this fishery, 100%. And we grind, and everyone works hard. All of us work hard, but there's definitely something to be said about luck. Mikey lands another and kills another beautiful fish. He just happens to be standing in the right place at the right time. The guy's just fishy, but we all kind of have a talk and we're like, you know what, Mikey? You are banned. You all have to sit in that chair and not move the rest of the day and let someone else catch one, buddy. So after all the hard work, another rod goes off and I'm like Superman for this rod.
He must just be running at me.
Yeah. These guys didn't even realize I could run that fast. They were all like, damn, man, you got some legs underneath you. Nice. I get the fish, land it, and finally have a really nice hatchery summer chinook that I'm able to kill. And the weird thing about this, it was something I'd never seen before. Guys, this was pretty nasty. Here.
Yeah, poke it up.
A tapeworm.
Is there a tapeworm?
It looks like a worm of some sort for sure.
It is,
Yeah,
bro.
it's alive.
Switch.
So another rod goes off and I'm standing right next to it this time. So I'm like, oh yeah, now it's my turn. It's the marlin show now. I get it, and you know what? I just couldn't help myself. Mikey's little son, Levi, was standing right there, and I'm like, Levi, get over here, buddy. And so I end up getting him down and just helping him reel in the fish. You almost got him, dude. You're 150 more feet. So you're getting tired? You're so close. He's gonna get him. Just keep reeling. Keep reeling. Mikey! Levi's your size. Look at the size of that sucker, bro. And he was stoked. He was a trooper. He got that thing in. He never gave up. And you know, one of my huge passions with Addicted Guys and my huge passions just in life in general, it's just a lifelong goal of mine, is just to get kids excited about fishing and inspire a new generation to be stoked for salmon and steelhead fishing, and hopefully be able to continue these fisheries into the future. Because, you know, as many people don't want to think it or don't want to believe it, you know, there really isn't a lot of salmon and steelhead anglers in the world. You know, I know sometimes it may seem like that when you're out on the river and there's a lot of people, but guys, we are a very, very small percentage in comparison to the rest of the population. And so if we don't really inspire this next generation and get them excited about fishing, I can promise you we won't have these fisheries in the future, guys. So huge shout out to Levi. Good job, little man, for landing that fish. And if you're an addict out there, if you're someone watching this video, inspire your kids, take your grandkids, take kids fishing. Let's get them excited about salmon and steelhead so we have a fishery in the future. All right, day's kind of winding down, and I got to give Jason his money. He got it dialed, so
100%.
he wins the money.
I'd pay that money.
It sounds like he's going to split it with Colt, so here you go.
Cheers, buddy.
Congrats. Now give it back. Just kidding. Now give it back because you owe me money for gas.
I was gonna say, should give him some money for some gas, because fuel for these boats, guys, is very, very expensive.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm gonna do here, he doesn't know this, but I'm gonna shove this back into the boat.
I pay up on the bet. I'm a man of my word. I pay up on my bet. I think Jason was a good man and ended up splitting half the money with Colt because he dropped the rock for him.
For being the best drop, man. And for it being your birthday.
Oh, are you sure, dude?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yeah, happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
So good on you for doing that, Jason. And the last part of the night, we got blessed with just an amazing rainbow. Really, really cool rainbow, kind of right over camp. What a beautiful way to end the night. And last day tomorrow. I'm getting a little sad. I don't like the last day. So with this being Colt's birthday week and, you know, kind of coming out here and putting a lot of work into this camp, you know, I really wanted to work at getting him another fish today. Like, he put in a lot of work. He was the guy that was running a lot of the lines with the kayaks, and, you know, he was just doing a lot out there. And so we set today out to say, you know what, let's get Colt a couple more fish. So it's your turn, buddy.
340 something.
340, 341. Yeah. 41.
Okay, so I know we said it was Colt's day today, but I don't know where the heck Colt was. So this next fish, it ends up being mine.
Yes, baby. Woo! Taking another one home, folks.
First fish.
That looks like a springer to me. So one of the things that you see in this fishery, and I think we kind of talk about it here when we're looking at this fish, is I think when you're early in June, you're definitely getting like some summer chinook that are showing up, but you also still have some springers that are kind of entering the river. And so there's no way to really know if this is a springer or not, but just by the characteristics of it and the way it had a lot more spots on it, it just looked a little bit more developed. I was pretty sure it was a springer, but we'll never know. Drop some comments, let us know what you think. There?
Oh yeah.
I felt it. So we started kind of packing up camp now. You know, this is day 7, we gotta get out of here. One of my other buddies is coming to the beach. He's gonna take over the beach when we leave. And so we start kind of packing up camp. Another rod goes off, Colt's standing right next to it, and we finally bonk what we've been waiting to bonk all week.
Yeah, you can keep it. Bring them on the bait.
Woo! So since we've been here, we've caught a couple of these guys. It hasn't been open, so we haven't been able to keep them, but today's the first day, so first keeper sockeye.
So, you know, you guys have been seeing Jason a lot in the content. He's been in the live feeds. We've been bringing him a lot more into Addicted, and I don't think that's gonna change, guys. Hopefully you guys love Jason, because I sure do, man. He's quickly becoming one of my best friends, and he's helping me do a lot with Addicted. You know, he's filling a void that I felt like we needed to fill, and he's kind of stepped into the role, and he's doing such an amazing job, and it's helping grow his guide business. And you know, we're kind of both helping each other along the way through our businesses and through life. And so it's just really awesome to have you on board at Addicted, Jason. And you know, out there at the week at the plunking camp, the few days you were there, like, I can't envision it without you, dude. Like, you saw, it's a freaking ton of work. And so having someone out there like you that works just as hard as me was a huge help. And it was really cool to finally meet Kalen and have him out on the beach with us. And I think that, you know, just from that week, like, I can already tell there's gonna be a lot of fishing trips planned between me, you, and Kalen in the future. So it's gonna be really cool. And just wanna say how much I appreciate you, man, and how much I think the addicts out there appreciate you too. You know, I think as we continue to incorporate you more and more into the Addicted content, people are gonna continue to love you, dude. So
I've caught hundreds of chinook, hundreds of steelhead, hundreds of fish. And just to get that single one in it's a feeling that you're only gonna get that one time, but you chase it every single time. And I think that's what keeps us all coming back and doing what we do. We get crazy for it because you just never know what's on the end of that line. You never know if it's gonna be that trophy fish that you get that once in a lifetime chance for, and it could be it. I just want to thank everybody that through the week together, especially Marlon, Colt, dropping a lot of lines, doing a lot of work. Just want to thank everybody who came and hung out for the weekend. Just thanks, it was a good time.
All right, we've kind of left the rods in the water, you know, and this moment's bittersweet. We're packing up camp. You know, the day's kind of ending. I'm not excited about it, but we're gonna be back next year.
As this video comes to an end, I can't help but think what fishing is all about for me. It's not so much about the fish. It's not so much about the adventure, but more importantly, it's about the friendships, the bonds, and the family you make on the river. Fishing is so much more than catching a fish. It's about the people that it brings into your life. If I look back, every one of the best friends I've ever made has been made casting a line. This river camp will be a yearly event for me and my friends, not only because we're addicted to catching summer chinook, but more importantly, because it's the best way to make lifelong memories with the people you call family. Until next time, we'll see you next year, June Hogs.